Yes, guys, welcome back to the episode. I don't know if I actually forgot. Today we are going to answer a lot of questions, but very much quick. Ask us the questions that you've asked on Instagram. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments as well for next episode. And like, comment, and subscribe, please.
Yeah, like and subscribe, motherfucker.
Right. Yo, how good does Luca look?
Luca looks fucking nuts, doesn't he? Look at that.
He looks like one of those fucking pocket bunnies, doesn't he? You know those little
Yeah.
dogs that just can't breathe?
Yeah. Absolutely wild. Absolutely
Also,
wild.
Ben Diesel, go and fuck yourself. Because now I've got a fancy squash bottle, so you can get on my ass about my gypsy squash bottle, which I'll keep in the now I have a fancy one. You can also buy these on the engineer website. Code that tab.
Yeah, Ben, you prick. Ben does look very good at the moment as well.
Ben looks absolutely outrageous. Him and Christian are doing a very good fucking job.
I just don't tell him that. I just tell him he looks shit all the time.
It's better for bodybuilders to be told you look shit all the time.
Yeah.
Anybody, is either you to go to any of the shows at the weekend?
No, where are you both going? You got clients at Hilly?
I am, yeah. I've got to go to Bradford.
Hilly's paid to go, mate.
I will fucking wish. I've got to go. Mate, do you know what it is, right? I must have put about 400 quid in fuel in my car in the last 3 weeks going up and down the fucking shows. It's fucking killing me. Absolutely killing me. But,
Gee, who told you live up so far?
Tell me about it. Brad and Kieran, two bros, Saturday. And then
Brad.
Hayden.
Which was Brad?
Who we on about last time? Engineered athlete.
Engineered athlete Brad,
I
man.
know.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Brad.
And then Hayden on the Sunday in Wolverhampton.
Hey, you're big, massive bastard look class, isn't he? What's his name?
So his name's Fiontin, but
That's
he
it.
prefers Finty or Flint.
I thought I expected this. That is a stupid name. Fionton.
What's his name? What's his name? Florentine. That's a nice biscuit.
So I was shouting, come on, Fiontin, and he was like, just so you know, right, you are pronouncing my name right. That's correct. But actually, everybody calls me Finn, I think, or Finty or Finn. Finn. That's it, I think. But mate, he looks.
Is this the big lad? Yeah.
Yeah, the big Irish
What
kid.
weight was he on stage, Hilly?
241.2.
That's a big old.
Bro, do you know what?
Yeah.
When I seen the video of the overall afterwards, he was in it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Do you know what it is, mate? They fucked him right
He looked
over,
really
right?
good.
Mate, he looked terrible in the overall compared to the other one. They fucked it. PCA fucked his tan that badly, right? Some bloke that works for PCA came over and apologised to him. Some old bloke who works for PCA was like, listen, I'm really sorry. He said, I'm normally backstage where the girls are checking stuff. And he said, when I looked up and saw you on stage, I was like, what the fuck's going on here? They barely touched his tan. They had glazed him. He looked like a sack of shit because of his tan. Completely fucked it.
The worst thing the PCA do is when they get the tan and they smack it on you.
Yeah.
Is the worst thing you can ever do.
And you know when it's already shit and then they try and glaze over it, it creates the worst look.
Yeah. His tan was mega for his class, and he won. Andy Scott had a very good guy in, and the guy that came second was Andy Scott's cat. He's only young. He's going to be mega when he's older. This kid, I forget his name. I was talking.
He's a good coach, Andy Scott.
Yeah, he's got a really nice waist. His flair's nice. His back's great structure. Flint was bigger and he was harder, and it was his condition is just nailed on. That's 6 weeks early compared. Our plan shows in 6 weeks. The PCR didn't. But I started a bit early because we haven't worked together before. He's 20 pounds heavier than he was when so someone else prepped him. He had a month and then we've been together 16 months and he's 20 pounds up in that condition. And there's still a bit more to come off. Stage weight, 20 pounds stage weight.
And he was over 300, wasn't he, in the off-season?
He was up there. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he was big. But I made sure we started prep end of November. We came down nice and early, nice and smooth. I mean, the guy is an absolutely lovely guy. Proper nice. He's just like one of us. Lives it, has a gym over in Ireland, but his body just responds. He's genetically blessed as well. He doesn't hold a lot of fat on his ass, so his glutes just look mega. There's more to come off there. There's a bit more to come off the lower back. But his look, wait till I get this here, because his stage look, right?
This is his second show, Hilly.
I don't know how many shows he's done. He's only been bodybuilding 3 or 4 years, so probably.
So you got to think about it. Yeah. He's only going to get better, isn't he?
Look at
Yeah, his
fucking
picture I
that,
sent you.
mate.
Yeah, yeah, mega.
Wow.
Really
He's
good.
one of those physiques, though, isn't he? He's so balanced, you don't realize how big he is until he's in the lineup or next
Yeah,
to level
yeah,
human.
yeah. And what I did afterwards, because we didn't know how much it's going to take to fill him and where his condition holds, I went and got a Mackie D's for him. Big Adam was like, "Hey, where you going?" And I messaged fucking Big Adam. I was like, "Are you behind on your food?" Because he'd been at the desk and Adam's missus was competing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, and she won and she got a pro card. So, no, she didn't. She won the overall. So I didn't
They
know.
gave pro cards at this show, Hilly.
They give pro cards. She didn't get one actually, but they give pro cards. Yeah, Ross got a pro card. Men's
And
physique.
what
kid got one.
show? What show was this again?
PCA.
It was weird. It was regional as well. They gave a pro
PCA
card.
what?
PCA Scottish.
And they gave pro cards.
Only to Ross, wasn't it?
No. I think the MP
No.
guy got one. Ross got one. There was a couple lined out.
Okay.
I don't get that. I never knew that.
Yeah, they do some. If they think you're worthy at one, they'll give you one. So I messaged Big Adam saying, "Listen, are you behind on your food? Do you want me to get you 9 million burgers?" And he was like, "No." He said, "No, I'm not actually behind on my food. I'm all right. Could you get me a burger and fries for my?" Because he had a client in Novice, I think, that won. And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm getting him a Happy Meal because I don't want him being my guy." Anyway, giving the Mackie D's, and he was getting fuller, but as he got fuller, the look just wasn't the same. And although they fucked his tan up, he still wasn't as good as he was earlier. So now I know, I put loads
Don't
of
do
food
them
in.
things.
I put loads of food in him, and he went to Domino's on the night and something else. So he checked in yesterday, not today, maybe yesterday or today, and he's 11 pound upright, and he's obviously smoother, but there's loads more fullness in his back, and his back's a weaker area. So now I know I need to fill him up, but it needs to come cleaner and it needs to be further away from the shorter than drive out. Because I'm not going to be at the Ireland one. I was sure day running right was fucking perfect. He was like, "Hilly, I haven't done this often. I haven't done many shows, but I don't know if I should feel this good. I've been for a shit 3 times this morning. I just feel great."
Mega.
Mate, just mega. Like, so I know now that the show up to show was perfect. The drying out process, all of that was bang on. No cramp, no issues, loads of shit. I just know that I need to fill him and he needs to be fuller before we run into the Saturday, Sunday plan. But yeah, Hamish looked great as well. Hamish just been suffering with that fucking hernia, bless him. What a nightmare we had. Hernia, GERD, illness 10 weeks out, couldn't train his fucking legs. So he looked fucking great, Hamish.
His legs are mental as well.
Yeah.
But
His
his legs are by far the stand-up body part.
Oh, mate. And all he's done is extensions and quads for the last 9 weeks. No word of a lie. Which tells
Why can't
us
he do anything else?
that his hernia, he's got a really bad hernia. If you look, and when he opens up, you can see it. And the longer he pauses for, he can't hold it in as much.
I couldn't see it in the pictures and all the videos. That's what I'm just going by what I can see.
So he was struggling. To load him, we had to start 2 weeks out. I was having to give him a high day, see if he had an acid reflux and GERD issue because of the hernia. If he didn't, we'd load again. Then he would.
What's causing the GERD though, Hilly?
The hernia, I think. It pushes on your
okay.
on your stomach and whatnot. So he would have a high day and he'd be like, "What? I'm all right." And then the next one he'd start with issues. Then we'd have to do 1 low day or 2 low days. So we had to do this yo-yo effect to try and get him full. Absolute. Like, it was fun because you're just learning, aren't you? Like, it's always a challenge, which is where we enjoy it. It's, although you want everything to be smooth sailing, it's a bit boring if you're just saying, "Yeah, follow that, it's good." Do you know what I mean? So it was a challenge, but it was just a bit, it was hard work for him, his blessing.
Is he going to get it fixed?
He is, yeah. He's taking a bit of time off now. He realised the same that I did. When you've got a younger child that's not at school yet, when you're in prep, it does take away from the enjoyment, like the time that you can spend with them. So he's done now. He was going to do another 2 shows, but he's not. He's wrapping up. And we're going to move to an off season, get much bigger. He's pushing his coaching, and then look to.
Why didn't he get his hernia fixed right now while he's lean?
Well, he might do. I don't know exactly when he's going to get it. What I mean is he's just not going to
get it fucking fixed, bro. Matt Balmer had his fix, and it really helped him with the midsection control.
Yeah, it needs doing because it's not ideal at all. It's been, like I say, he can't train legs properly, he can't control his stomach. But yeah, it was a good weekend for me. Busy weekend, but a good weekend. All being well, this one coming up will be as well.
What is everyone's goal for the next year? Physique, competing, etc. I'm just going to get lean and push back up. Hilly, what are you going to do?
I need to finally run a growth phase without to stop fucking about. So I was meant to start now, but I've got this ongoing tendon issue that's just ruining my life at the minute in both arms. So it has to be hormonal. Riz was laughing at me earlier. I'm adamant. I have
Because he's crying on the phone, oh, Riz, my joints. I go, you're acting like you're 60, lad. Chill out. You're 40, chill out.
Because ever since I've moved, right, but I went down to a cruise at the same time I moved, I've had these in both triceps, all in here, right, and the burning, like the burn. And I'm like, they're going to snap. So I've had deep tissue. I've had this done. I've had that done. I thought it was my desk. I've changed my desk. I thought it was the stuff I was doing in the new gym. I've changed that. They're just getting no better. Twice I've had my bloods done. And my estrogen was like 210 and 260, I think, or 270. Now, normally, I'm all right at those numbers. They've never caused me tendinitis issues before. But potentially, as I'm getting older, maybe that's just too high for me now. It's the only thing it's the only thing that makes sense. I've had weekly deep tissue. I'm stretching. I've had 10 days off the gym, 2 weeks off the gym. I've done fucking glow blends, BPC on its own, TB fucking 500 on its own, GHK on its own.
You're probably using that fake brand of peptides. That's why. Probably your fucking backwater, mate.
I've done fucking everything. So,
bro,
the only
I think, guys, Hilly's going to argue with me because Hilly might cuss me out, but Hilly does yo-yo stuff himself, yeah? He has been eating the bread and the chicken and the bagel diet for the past 8 weeks, and he has documented that on the podcast, right? I think, bro, I think you need to do a high-fat diet, Hilly.
fuck off.
Where have you pulled that from?
Because I've had inflammation.
Lubricate the joints.
If controlling my estrogen doesn't do it, I'm doing the fucking old school and I'm just throwing a mill of fucking Decarin and cracking on with a cunt because I'm sick. I've been cruising now since fucking November, and the plan was always to cruise till March when I went away. But it's like I say, I have gone round the houses. So the only thing, and high estrogen does cause tendon issues with people. It just hasn't with me before, but that doesn't mean it's not now. So that's the only thing. So, and what I've done is I'm sitting at like 300 some mega test where I've always been and put some Arimidex in. It's the fastest way to bring it down. If it goes away over 3 weeks, then I know it's that. If it doesn't, then I'm just going back on the cycle that I was on before, but with some Decarin because my estrogen was fine and I did have no tendons. I'm
just trying to think. Is there? Let's not blame the drugs for a minute, yeah? Because we all can do that very easily, right? I do that all the time.
Well, I'm not blaming the drugs. I'm blaming my estrogen.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there anything that we can use, food-wise, to make your joints better?
I'm already taking 7, 8, 9 grams of omega-3. I'm taking joint supplements. I'm injecting fucking joint peptides. Like
you're taking joint in, that's quite good.
Yeah, I'm taking that double scoop in the fucker. I've got fucking extra curcumin off Jordan, double dose that fucker. Riz, you know what I'm like? I've done everything because I kid you not. At times, it's burning. And the reason I think it has to be hormonal, because it's in both arms. So it's not an injury.
And you can't take all that stuff and it still be inflammation. Like you can't be doing that inflammation. There has to be something hormone related to doing that.
What I think's happened is that. Sorry, go on, Riz.
No, go.
What I think it's a double whammy, right? When I moved to Munster, they have this Cybex shoulder press that I can narrow grip on, and it doesn't affect my pec. So because I haven't been able to shoulder press for so long, I've been nailing this twice a week, right? Twice a week. Now, if you think of a narrow grip, all the pressure's coming into this. That's where the pain is there, right? Right in that fucking medial epicondyle there, right? And all up here, that is in agony. So what I'm thinking is, I've been massively putting all this new strain through the tendon in the forearm here into the epicondyle, and my estrogen's high, which then makes you more susceptible to tendon inflammation. It's the only thing that makes sense because, I've got a new desk set up. I'm ordering a new fucking desk. Man's gone around. I've got these fucking elbow pads for my fucking desk. I've got them worked at fucking Sarah's.
This guy's finished, bro. This guy.
Honestly, that's how much it's been. That's how much it's been pissing me off. I've been going all over, like round the houses, and it's no better. I was away with Sarah. I went to the gym once, or in 11 days it turned out, or 12 days it ended up being. So I've rested. I haven't trained triceps.
Did it get better when you wasn't training?
Mate, no fuck, mate. I was getting off the fucking sun lounger and it was burning.
Can it be prolactin?
No, I've checked bloods. It's fine. There's turbogoline. I'm taking 2 caps a day. It's fine. But my estrogen was 230 and then it went up to 270.
But what I'm saying to you is, do you know my joints hurt now, yeah? My joints always hurt when I'm on high mast. When I was pushing, when my E2 was really high, Hilly, My joints wasn't hurting then. So obviously I know it's person dependent.
Well, you're both pretty lean at the moment as well, mate. Like, as we know,
It's-
dry joints ain't a good thing when you've got no fat around them.
No, it's the only, like I say, it's the only thing at the moment that's left to check. I've done everything else.
Yeah.
I have literally done everything. The only two things left to do is put this desk in the bin and get a new desk in case it's that, because it started when I changed, which doesn't make any sense to me, but it might be.
Have you ordered the new desk?
Not yet.
Get the desk that you can press the
Move
button
them
and it
down.
raises up.
Yeah.
The Costco gone for like 200 quid, really nice ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't bad money. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
really
did,
good, really cheap.
but again, in Egypt for 7 days, and then straight away as soon as I got home, so I didn't work at this desk for 10 days. Not a bit of. If I sit there now, right, and I just push my fingers into the table, this burns in here. Just all I've got to do is just push my fingers into the table and push my arm down, and the right one's worse because my right one's my more dominant one.
You ain't changed your grip on any of those machines, no?
Some of them I had, but I've stopped, and I'm just doing all the normal shit.
Yeah.
It's probably them. Do you know he's all that money that he's got decked right now? He's got the 2 Rolexes on either
Yeah.
wrist.
It's because he's
pulling it down.
constantly counting his cash like this all day. Says his
pulling
wrist
away.
is like
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah, throwing
Yeah.
it at the strippers.
Yeah.
throwing it at the
He's got like he's got like a, what's it called, a petite Philippe, whatever it's called. on this wrist. And he's got and he's got a fucking rollie on the other one, a fucking rare one. Yeah, man's mashed up his arm.
It's the only thing I can think of. It's the only fucking thing.
I still think, Hilly, I think your 40 years birthday this year, yeah, has gone.
Yeah.
I think it's about time. Deck does your training, I do diet plan. That's the only way, because you can't be accountable anymore.
Even though I can't do training, bro, because I'd be like 6 rappers all day, every day and take out.
No, Hilly needs accountability, bro. He can't be accountable anymore.
No, with the way life is until Aralina goes to school, it would be pointless getting any
I'll
coach.
make it easy for you. We'll just do Quickfire.
I'll do his diet though, because I'll make that motherfucker eat.
Yeah.
But
I've
I've already told him a very easy way of getting meals in. I've told him what he needs to do is you need to do a plan, yeah, where you've got 300 gram raw white rice, example, a kilo of potato, you've got sourdough bread, and what you do is you distribute. So you cook all the rice in the deck, yeah, you cook all the potato, cook all your chicken, you put it all into one big bowl, and you portion it over like 6 meals a day. So you eat the same thing.
Did you say put it into all one big bowl and pick it?
Yeah.
Get it all, mix it all.
I know you've never done that before, because, bro, I'm telling you, after like the second attempt to eat it, it goes like all sweaty and rancid and nasty.
No, what I'm saying is, bro, let's say you make a kilo of potatoes, yeah, make a kilo of beef, kilo of chicken.
Are you saying chop it all up so it's split it then evenly, as an example, then put it in the fridge in like containers and eat it that way?
Yeah, what I'm saying is wear all your food in one big batch, yeah?
Yeah.
And all of that food for your day. So at night time, you cook a whole bag of potato, whole bag of rice, whole bag of chicken, whole bag of fucking beef, yeah? And you just spread it over 6 meals, as in like little pots. So Hilly's not having to think, what am I eating? He's doing, right, I've just got my next meal, just pulls out a fucking pot, and that's his meal. Nice and easy. I think he's that way sick.
He knows how to do it. It's just the shit going on.
He's lazy, bro.
Listen, my issue is having Aralina half the week, I won't sit and stop with her to eat. And then the other half, I just prioritize work. And it is laziness because I've got work to do. And I'm like, I'll just eat later. And it is.
Why don't you just...
harder, though. As they get older, it's fucking harder, man. Like, we say your peak off season, if you like miss a meal, you're fucked for the day. Those kids cause that, eh? Like, even when you're dieting, they just set you back for hours in a day.
Riz,
why can't you do a dirty bulk, bro?
Riz, because I get fat easy anyway. Riz, you have to bear in mind, right? You have to bear in mind, I have Aralina for half the week on my own, apart from my mum helping for 4 or 5 hours. How many blokes do you know have run a business on their own and have a child on their own for fucking half the week? Nobody, mate. My dad's like, Peter, I don't even know. Christian at the weekend, Christian was like, bro, I tell you what, I do not know how you fucking do everything you do and have that service while you've got fucking your little girl. And bear in mind, I take her all of the classes. Saturday, 2 kids' parties before I drove to Scotland. I had to sort out 5 birthday presents for 5 different other friends and my friends' birthdays. I have to do the cards. I have to come home on a Sunday night and wash fucking her clothes. I have to put the clothes
bro,
out. I have to do her shop, my shop, her lunches for school, take it to school, take it to gymnastics, take it to fucking swimming, take it to horse riding. I do everything.
G,
I
I told
manage
you
all my
before.
clients.
I told you before. You should have just. You need to either, you got 2 choices here, right? You either just have Sarah moves with you, she does everything for you.
Absolutely fucking
No,
not.
just chill. She does it for you, or you do what a real man does, and you get 2 baby mamas, and you say, "I'm a real bad man."
You get a maid.
Real bad, real bad
He's a
man.
maid.
Bro, get a maid. Get a maid. If I was in Dubai now, I would 100% have a maid at my house.
If I was in Dubai, I'd have a maid. I tell you what I was going to do. Have you seen those? I said it to you. Those posh fucking London English nannies. If you get a start at one of them, they're like 35 grand a year. Just get up, come and move in. You just do everything.
Do you know what people don't understand? People say to me, "Oh, I said to Dia, I went, the maids in Dubai are wicked," and I think like a few mates, "Oh, you're a bit mad." I goes, "No, but what you're paying someone to help you with your livelihood. You're paying someone, you're giving them money to come into your house. You're paying a wage. It's not a slave trade.
It's just part of business.
Man, I've had
Are
my
you
whole
looking
life,
after them?
the whole time they lived in South Africa, I've had maids. Like, they just make your life better. Like, and it sounds really silly. Like, obviously, it's a third world country and stuff, but like, it's their job, and they love doing that job. Like, they love catering for people. They love interacting people. It's what they do.
If they wasn't doing it for you, they'd be doing it in a hotel.
Yeah.
Also, they're fucking amazing at it, and they enjoy it. Like, they don't give you a half-ass anything. Like, do you know what I mean?
And don't get me wrong, like the other thing is the fact that I want to do all of those things now, Alina. Like my mum would just move in my house for 3 days, no problems.
Yeah.
Like I paid my mum a wage so she could retire early. I set that up before me and Charlotte even broke up. So my mum's there to help. Usually either mum stays with me on a Sunday night or Alina stays at hers. So if I'm at shows, I can catch up on a Sunday night. She has it at lunchtime when she's due at school on a Monday. Mum helps fucking loads. I'd be fucked if I didn't have my mum. And my mum would stay here all week for me because she thinks she's won the lottery because she gets to spend loads of time with the granddaughter. But I want to do all of those things. Just something has to give. Like this week. So I was with Aralina doing 2 parties on Saturday. I could take her back to her mum because her mum was hungover and couldn't drive. And then I had to drive to Scotland, which was 4.5 hours. Popped to see Hamish, popped to see Finn. At the show all day, drove 4 hours back. Got home at 9 o'clock, worked till 11. And then I had a day planned out for Easter because that's what you do as a dad. So took us all to Stockhill Park, worked 5 o'clock in the morning till 9, went to pick Aralina up from my mum's, took all 5 or 6 of us to Stockhill Park, was there till 7, come home, put Aralina to bed, worked. Tuesday, all with Aralina. Wednesday morning.
Yeah, but it's one of them, isn't it? It's because like me, I will moan when I'm not busy, and I moan when I'm busy as well.
That's what I'm saying. I like to be busy. And my mum would pick up slack if I didn't want to, but something has to give. So it's my eating and my training that gives it. And I'm all right with that. Do you know what I mean? Like, the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter how much I lock in. I spend too much of my 20s and 30s, particularly my 20s, fucking about. It's not like I'm going to be any much better of a bodybuilder, but I want to be bigger, and I will be bigger because I enjoy doing it. And as I age, clientele tends to age a little bit. So it's important that I can show that you can still do these things. And
I really want to see Hilly with a 300-pound hippo head. Like, I want like swollen face and head Hilly.
250 pounds that I'll do.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to push up to like 260 for him to even try to push up again now.
No, listen, once my tendons are right, I am 100% pushing up. There's no doubt about it. 100%. I've already got it all laid out. I've got it mapped out. I've got it timelined out. I'm going to keep 750 micrograms of Retarin to see if it keeps me leaner. See how
You
that
need to
plays
do
out.
it on my. You need to do it on my Excel sheet, G. Your own plan.
I'll do it on your Excel sheet.
No, you need to do your own plan on
I know
my
what you
Excel
mean.
sheet. Do you know why, bro? Because on my Excel sheet, that's one thing you can't lie to you. That timeline is so sick.
But
I see all my bloods were done. When I had them done, I'm going to do them
like
again.
I said, all my bloods are fine. And all my training is fine. All my body's fine. I'm all set up with Monster. Everything's good. My strength is good. It's just this niggling tendon issue. So there's no point in me going on cycle and pushing up while I can't train properly because of these tendons, because I am honestly worried that they're going to fucking snap. Right,
what's your goal for this next year?
Go.
Same as you. I'll tidy up for the summer, walk around pilled naked all the time, and then just get massive at the end of the year.
In Christmas.
Get big.
Can you believe, bro, it's already April. Man is getting old.
Mate, the fucking year just flies by, doesn't it?
How old's Honey now?
She's going to be 3 in June, bruh. Feels like fucking yesterday she was born.
Whoa. How old? Because she was only a baby when we came to your house.
She was in a pushchair a lot. No talking nothing. Now she's an absolute menace to society.
That would have been 2014. Yeah, but that would have been like 2.5 years, 2.5 years
Scary.
ago.
Yeah, you came for the fucking Alpha Neon Open Day thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wild.
Fuck me, that's gone quick. Got a really quick one here. I don't need here to answer this one. Have any of you ever had a broken hand? Any bodybuilder recovery tips?
Yeah, I'm pinned twice.
Which bit?
My knuckles.
Hilly, have you ever broke your hand?
No, I've broke my ankle a few times when I was younger, but not my hand. I think any broken bones, from my understanding, there isn't much we can do about. You've got to rest it. You've got to train around it.
And unfortunately, it's one of the things about saying that will hinder you forever. Like when I get in the cold seasons, my hands, like especially my right one, it just seizes and seizes. Where you had it pinned up, and I've fucked it so many times. You imagine you've got a bar across it, my knuckles drop. So when I'm squeezing too much, they'll drop under the pin.
When you do that, your knuckle different, Deck.
Yeah, it's not even there. Look. Gone.
Yeah. Because I broke
these two are
this
gone.
one here.
These two are still there. When I broke it, my knuckle, so you imagine these two knuckles were here, above my wrist line.
That's the madness, bro.
Ouch.
It was a
When I
wank
broke my hand, it took me like 6-7 weeks to recover. I remember at the time I was young. I had not known Hilly or anyone here. I ordered like EQ and Deca, and I just pinned it. I thought it'd make it better. I think it did actually recover quite quick. I was out the cast very quickly, but I still do get pain in that hand here in my left hand.
Yeah.
It really hurts.
You got to be careful.
Mine broke. Yeah.
With hands and feet, like if you rush back into it, they set wrong. Like if I showed you the state of my foot when I was an idiot as a kid, because I wanted to play foot, I basically cut my cast off and taped that with duct tape because I'm a fucking retard. But like it will set wrong and you'll just have problems for the rest of your life. So just rest, make sure it's recovered, get your final x-rays to make sure it's actually healed, then get back to it.
I broke my little toe before. Shattered it right straight through the middle like a little fucking electric bolt. And I went to A&E and I was meant to be going out with the lads on bank holiday on the piss all day. And she was like, I went to this one A&E and she was like, you're going to have to go to James Cook. We're going to have to pin it. I was like, Dal, fuck off. It's a little toe. No, we're going to have to put a pin through. I was like, listen, I don't think so. Drove straight to my mate's house with all my kit. I was like, get me a bottle of fucking whiskey or something here, or vodka. And I sat taping my toe while I was necking this fucking Jack Daniels straight out of the bottle. Went out in the piss all day. Now my little toe sticks out to the right.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, swear down.
Is like, so you know what your toe bones look like? My outside one is like this. Literally like that. It's horrible.
That's mad.
My little one like points to the left a little bit because I just left it.
Hey, my penis is left. So how funny.
You're right. I thought he was going to say, yeah, I broke my back. Yeah, I know you fucking ain't done that, mate. Have you seen how many people give Hilly banter for his back in the group chat sometimes?
Mate, listen, wait till I get on to that doctor about getting my MRI results back.
Well, it's been about 3 months, bro. There's no proof.
They take ages. I'll get the proof. Don't you worry.
Hilly's going to sue the doctor.
Yeah.
This is from Harley J. Pritchett. 350 test, 100 EQ, start point for second cycle. You think worth adding in 4 IUs of GH pre-bed?
Did you say 50 test?
350 test slash 100 EQ, start point for second cycle. You think worth adding in 4 IU GH pre-bed?
Yes.
Always.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cycle that ratio is sensible to me. That's why I put people on if they're not using Primo Mast. Just make sure you get your bloods done after 6 weeks because you may find your estrogen's a little bit low or a little bit high depending on how you respond. But that is exactly what I would do. 4 IU is what I would class as a worthy dose of GH.
I would obviously advise to double the test I need to because it's very gay, but that's cool.
And with the GH, depending on what you're doing, you could do 6 IU on training days. If you're dieting, you could do 2 IU in the morning, 2 IU before training to increase lipolysis. You can There is science that shows over time you build up GH antibodies and it can become less effective.
Yeah.
Changing the dosing.
This lad's young. He's got a very great potential.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
He's
He's not
very,
black,
very,
black,
very
yes.
young. Huh?
Not the black yet.
No, the white lad.
Oh, that black kid's fucking wild.
Yeah. So is the
Yeah,
white
but
kid
this lad,
fucking late.
this lad's still young, bro, as well.
But also,
Um,
why does nobody ever talk about running GH pre-workout? Like, it makes such a difference to your pumps and performance in the gym. It's crazy.
I do. If I was to go with the bigger dose
Mm.
on training days, I would try do the bigger dose before
Yeah.
the gym. It's just pre-bed's just the fun thing at the moment.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
easy. as well.
And it works and it's easy to adhere to. But if you go and watch that Dr. Serrano, who was
Yeah.
John Mayo's mentor, he's adamant when you first put GH in, your first place to put it should be pre-training, because you inject it, IGF levels spike, IGF spices to MGF as you train, makes the most sense there. You also, it's anti-catabolic, it reduces the breakdown of certain amino acids, it increases lipolysis. There is every reason to be taking some growth hormone before the gym. And John Meadows was a huge proponent of it.
I've used it pre-gym, pre-bed, pre every time, yeah.
Pre-weight.
But for me, just whacking it in pre-bed is just so easy, so simple. Even when Hilly was like, take 8 IUs, I was like, bro, 8 IU, really? I can just mix a whole vial with a 0.5 mil and pin it.
And the other
It's just
thing is,
easier.
the other thing is as well, is that if you're taking 10 IU or 8 IU, the spike in IGF levels is going to carry through into your training anyway.
Yeah.
And again, I've said this all of the time. Everybody that's got any common sense takes it. The real important part is just fucking taking it.
Yeah.
You're then just looking for these minute differences that may give an extra 1 or 2% when you're looking at fucking about with the timing. Like I say, like you said, there is Scott Stevenson had me doing 1 IU every fucking 3 or 4 hours to maximize lipolysis. I've done it twice a day, 3 times a day, all before bed, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I am a big, strong believer. If you are limited at the dose you can afford, then doing bigger doses less often makes sense.
Yeah,
you can
10
back
IU
the-
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yes. And you can back that up by science. There are scientific studies out there, yes, done on children to help them grow, but there is a study or two done on males our age, sport-specific males, that showed an increase in free fatty mass. And yes, you can argue that could be water and yada, yada, yada. But they used in every other day dosing. Dorian Yates has openly said multiple times he used bigger doses Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Big Aid from Professional Muscle and Phil Hernan and that. They were big proponents of less often bolus doses. So it makes sense to me. Done it with clients. It works. But obviously, if you can afford 10 IU a day, take 10 IU a day. If you're restricted to 30 IU a week and you are trying to grow, 10 IU Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or 8 IU, whatever, 4 times a week before gym, there's a big argument for it for me.
And at the end of the day, a lot of the audience need to understand one thing. A lot of us in this game have sponsors, and we have people in the background who support what we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not openly going to sit here and say it's affordable, because
That doesn't mean I'm
it's very
shagging bloke and sending dick picture free drugs, by the way, before I start thinking we're
it's very, very expensive, yeah, and I appreciate that, because a lot of guys will be like, oh, you need a lot of money to afford it. Well, you do, but if you're paying stupid prices for GH in 2026, you're a muppet yourself. Just get a better plug, find a better link, buy in bulk between a few, save some dollar.
I was saying to Riz earlier, I haven't taken any our 191 for a while. So I was like, fuck it, I'm putting it back in. I'm just doing 10 IU. Put 10 IU on Monday and Tuesday night. I have been so fucking tight today. It has been insane.
But I
Could have
feel
just got to sleep
tired.
in the gym.
I feel tired, Hilly. I swear to God, every day. Lucky that car has automatic driving assistance thing in the truck, yeah, where it just nudges you. I think, fuck. I'm always tired.
I could have just
24/7.
honestly, I could have just laid on the couch and got to sleep in the gym. I was
I
exhausted.
take 3 IUs pre-workout. Look, so if I sit down from then to sit down when you chill out and get back, I'm going to sleep. I'm gone.
The other day, D was like, why don't you come sit next to me? I went, D, if I sit next to you, I'm finished.
Yeah. I'm done.
She goes, sit down. I goes, D, if I sit down, I'm fucked. I best walk the dogs now, because once I sit, I'm fucked. Today I came home, I sat on the bed, and next thing you know, I woke up and she woke me up like half an hour later. I was asleep. I've had a really good question here, yeah? I'll let you both answer. I'll tell you what I think. It's from Mungo. Mungo said, is training therapy? Cuba doesn't agree. He's always referring to the video that Cuba did about training. Did you not see it?
No.
No.
Cuba did a video and he got a lot of rage bait on it, on the comments and stuff. But I don't think he meant to do it in that manner. He's basically trying to say
he was making a video that was very rage baity.
Rage baity, but I don't think he did it on purpose. Sorry, yeah. He states on this video that if you need like mental health, then please like get like specific mental help. Don't try to say the gym is therapy from that in that sense. A lot of people gave him backlash. Oh no, it is therapy. It is that. And what do you lot think?
It's so person dependent. Like the problem is when we say it's therapy, like I've often spoken my past and stuff, and I'll stand on it. Like if I went to the gym, I'd be in jail now or dead if we wanted to. But I'm also not such a moron where I know if I have mental health issues, legitimate mental health issues. So people we know as well in our circles where they bury themselves in the gym, it makes it way worse. And that is a fact. You can't shut those things off. They have to be fixed. So Kuba's not wrong for saying that. What I define is the gym or therapy for me is kind of just, as gay as it sounds, a safe place. It's for me to clear my head. I live a very stressful life. I get a couple of hours to myself with no external stresses, which is why I fucking hate people talking to me in the gym. I just go in, I shut off, and let's call it meditation. That's what it is to me. It gives me the ability to clear my mind, drop the stress off, relax a little bit, and lift heavy weights. But I don't disagree with what Kuba's saying. Like if you're ill, if you're mentally ill, if you have legitimate mental health issues, and you think you can fix that by banging loads of gear, going to the gym and changing the way your appearance looks, you're very, very wrong, and it will end up in a much, much worse place.
And if it does fix it, it was never mental health then.
No.
So I watched the video, so I don't know in what context, because everything's context, right? So I studied psychology at uni, and I spent over a decade working in mental health at the NHS. So I'd say I've got more experience than most in actual mental health. And I work with people privately with eating disorders, with mental health issues. So my experience and knowledge is reasonably good for what it is, right? Everything is context. There will be situations where someone has whatever mental health issues, anxiety, eating disorders. And when they're working with their therapist, if they both agree that having fitness and sport to some extent is a positive thing to incorporate in their therapy, then they will include it. If they feel it brings negative emotions and if it's having a negative effect, then they will say you shouldn't have it. But I don't imagine Kuba is commenting or discussing that with people who have real mental health problems, because you can't make a blanket statement in mental health.
No.
Everybody's mental health is specific to theirs. And I can't imagine Kuba making a statement like that. Oh, if you've got mental health problems, I haven't seen the video, but I don't imagine he was. What I will say,
I think, in my honest opinion, I'm just going to say how it is. When your dad passed away, did you go to the gym?
Yeah, but I did. But I'll tell you this time, this is a really good example of this. I went to another gym away from everyone. I cried through most gym sets, but I realized a year or two later, that was probably the worst thing I could have done. And I mean that. Like it was shutting off, dealing with my family's problems. And it took a good year or two to me to kind of deal with myself. There was a way of fixing it, which wasn't going to the gym. So I agree with you, Riz.
Yeah.
If I have shit going on in life, I'll go to the gym. Like I said, it's my safe space. But there's also I'm kind of saying where it doesn't fix a problem, you know?
what we have to establish is, go on, Riz.
I was going to the gym when D got ill, yeah?
Yeah.
And I look back, it was the worst thing I messaged him saying, listen, mate, D's ill, and I went the opposite way. I was hitting, I'm going to lock everything off. He goes, we need to keep some sort of routine. But I was going to the gym with the mindset of prepping. And that absolutely, when I look back at it, I think you absolute selfish cunt, yeah? And I think you can't train when you've got shit on your mind.
But
not when it's your family.
and that's what I mean. It depends in the context, right? A lot of people need their fitness, need their activities, their enjoyment, their hobbies to keep them happy, to make them de-stress from work, to keep their mental mindset, right, their mind healthy. It's two different things. There's your mind being healthy, and there's having a mental health problem. So if you've got a mental health problem, then some things in your environment can be distracting from dealing with it. They can be making things worse because you're not dealing with the problem, you're hiding from it. For other people, it is about finding ways of managing your mind's health and what allows you to cope. Some people, they need time in the gym. They need a way of getting out of aggression. They need whatever. And that's like, for me, if I don't go to the gym for a week, my mood is completely different. In my mind, I'm like, you're getting fat, you're getting lazy, yada, yada, yada. Going to the gym makes every part of my life better. It makes my mood better. So it is good for my mental health, but I do not have a mental health illness. And this is where people get confused. Is something good or bad for your mental health? And then, do you have a mental health illness that the exercise or whatever you're focused on, is it making it worse? So I worked in a very severe eating disorder unit. Some of the patients would be doing crazy things you could not acknowledge, right? In terms of exercise, to manage their weight that was feeding into their mental health. Illness. Yeah. That is one thing. But then some people have a mental health illness that they eat too much. They can't control their hunger. They have food obsessions. They have binges. They need to do exercise. Some people, so you can have an eating disorder and be anorexic, bulimic, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be going to the gym. Because maybe the gym, it makes you feel better. Maybe but it's so specific. I think the thing is that the only way to answer it is if going to the gym is part of you feeling good and it helps, then it's important. Yeah. If you are using the gym to cope and to distract, to not deal with something, then it's a negative. Such a complex subject.
I was actually thinking about it earlier, right? Even before this question, people will ask you, what got you into the gym? I was fat as a kid. But I'm sick. I just like to go to the gym. I don't need to give an answer. Ain't got to be a story. Because I was fat and I got bullied. I don't give a fuck. For me, I just really like to go to the gym. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't really care why. I just like to fucking go to the gym. I like to pose. I like to eat. For me, I just like to fucking go. People now think they have to have a fucking reason. Why are you walking down the road? I like to fucking walk.
Riz, going to the gym was great for all of our mental health. Probably one of the biggest positives in our life, because we're all very successful. We're all friends that we wouldn't have been without the gym. The gym for me, and I know for like Dex says, and for you, Riz, is the reason that I was able to stay focused on something, not go on the session with the lads, not get distracted from things. Like, I openly admitted this my entire life. When I'm training, when I'm focused on this thing, it gives me focus. It is imperative, actually, for my mental health. Imperative. But, so going to the gym is imperative for my mental health. There is no doubt about that.
By definition, you could say it is a therapy for you.
And it is, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. For me, it is part of the therapeutic process, the blueprint of my life that needs to be there to keep me focused, keep me happy, keep my stress levels, my focus levels. It is what makes me me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, us lot were all just saying, we like to go to the gym because it makes us happy.
Yes.
Don't have to give this whole big bullshit. I like to go because it controls my tremors. Bro, I don't give a fuck. A lot of people will just exaggerate why they go to the gym. A lot of us go to the gym because we just want to look better.
Yeah, the problem is,
there's nothing else to it.
The problem is, though, in this day and age, you've got people making themselves go to the gym because they want friends, they want social media attention, they want a job that they can sit at home. And we've said this over and over, we just weren't talking about mental health. There are lots of people now that force themselves to go to the gym, that they don't enjoy the gym like we do and never have done. Do you know what I mean?
You want to feel part of something.
Yeah. And for those people, it could be detriment. And then again, I didn't watch Kruger's video, but and this is the difference, if I don't go to the gym, I'm not as happy and I'm not as content with everything, but it won't change me getting up in the morning and running my fucking business, and it won't change me being a good dad, but I won't enjoy life as much, in my opinion. But I don't need it to exist. So maybe Kruger's statement, maybe what he meant was, if you need to go to the gym and it's only the gym to keep you happy and exist, then you've got a fucking problem. See, for me, I can go, like, some people can't go on holiday without training. And I'm like, just take a fucking rest day. I'll go on holiday, and if I want to go to the gym, I'll go. If I don't, I won't. It's no big deal, and I've always been like that. I don't miss, and this is where I feel, although it wasn't the best for my bodybuilding career, I've had a very good balance, and my Pectare is probably a part of that. The training has done wonders for me, and I've taken all of the positives, but it hasn't stopped me or affected relationships. It hasn't stopped me having my group, a very big group of friends. It hasn't stopped me enjoying my social life. It hasn't stopped me building my business. Didn't stop me building other business. It's never impacted anything else. I've made sure it coincides with everything and it adds. Whereas in this day and age, and in the past, people have ruined their lives for bodybuilding or for other sports. Do you know what I mean? We always joke with, like, we've done everything the right way, where it's enhanced our lives. We've all taken loads of positives, and apart from some tears and some injuries and some fucking this and that, it hasn't negatively impacted our life. Where are there people out there that bodybuilding has really negatively impacted their life?
Well,
but so is gymnastics, and so is football, and so is everything else.
But
It's not
there's no good
bodybuilding. Fucking,
examples. And all of us is this group. We could write off 10 people named we know that aren't stable enough to compete, but it's everything to them, and they're never going to stop it. But you look at, like, to say, like, Dallas McCarver, when he died, they did that all on him. Like, the theory was he was taking 10 minutes testosterone a day. That is an ill human being. Even what's Rich Piana? Like, you can't be doing opiates and all these drugs and just saying it's because I want to be successful and that sort of stuff. Those people are mentally ill, and they're using the gym as like escapism to carry that mental illness for them. Does that make sense?
but justify it. It justifies it.
Yeah. And I do feeder workouts every night, bro. 8 hours feeder workouts in my arms. Ben and Jerry's, G.
100%.
He's one of my idols,
think he
Rich
goes
Piana.
to
You know that. He was honestly one of my fucking idols. I swear to God.
I just remember seeing that
was
video
the
of him
most-
sniffing oxycodone in the mirror, and he was like trembling, and he couldn't stand up, and then passed out, and his missus going wild at him. Remember?
What do you say? God damn it! What do you say?
Yeah.
No, I actually really like Rich Piana. He changed the industry.
He did. Change
He
the
was,
game. But
he was changed everything.
You could argue he changed the game for the worse, though, because he was one of the first people to start speaking openly about extreme drug usages, which then make that the norm.
Yeah, but
I don't agree with that. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't agree with that. I'm just saying I think certain people would define him as a moron. Not me. I think people would, in the sense of how extreme he was and how openly he spoke about those things.
Before he came into the scene, no one was really doing videos about drugs. No one. He openly spoke about it. He openly spoke about how if you actually watch a lot of his stuff, he was very extreme. He was very balanced as well, yeah? He had a great physique before he went to do all the do you know before he did the madness? He actually had a very, very good physique. And he was someone who was competing since a child. Because his mom and dad were bodybuilders, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So he was like Boston Lloyd. But Boston Lloyd, I think Boston Lloyd was the extreme version of Rich Piana.
Well, I
Rich
think
Piana was actually more for show.
I think Boston was a worse example just because he didn't have the physique Rich did.
And the worrying thing with him is he appealed to a demographic and age group, which is dangerous. Like, nobody looked at Rich Piana at 18 and went, I want to be like that. They just go, what the fuck is that? Boston Lloyd had a physique where they go, hold on a minute, I could take all this and look like that.
Yeah. Next question.
Been doing TRT 250 milligrams a week and peptides, SLU, MOPSI, Alcon, BPC, GHQ, NAD, RETA, follow on getting bloods done again and going to introduce GH to start. What of the peptides would you keep running? But to be honest with you, G, I would just have a bit of a break, mate.
Yeah.
You need a Kit Kat in your Kit Kat in your cycle, bruv. You take a break.
My mate asked me these questions, right? And it's so annoying. But what people don't understand with the peptides is it's not like steroids where you're taking one steroid for one mechanism, and then sometimes you might need another steroid to balance out the estrogen from that, and you create a cycle. All of these peptides do different things. There is none of us can answer the question of what peptides should you take. Like some of my mates have sent me some questions and I've sent them the worst voice notes back. I'm like, what sort of fucking stupid question is that? Do you want better skin and hair? Like, do you want to look better? Take GHK, that's actually what it does. Do you have inflammation and injuries? Then take the ones that reduce fucking inflammation, TB Farron and BPC. Do you want to lose a bit of fat? Potentially reduce your appetite? Take fucking Retta. Do you want more energy and focus during the day and in the gym? Take fucking Motsy. Like, you're not mixing them. They don't mix together to balance out into a cycle like steroids.
Yeah.
They all have an individual purpose. And you pick the ones that you want for the purpose that you want. And it's like the amount of questions, what peptide should I take? I'm like, how is that even possible to answer?
Man,
Like,
I went to the races on Sunday and we went into Bath Town afterwards. Like, you remember the days when kids would come up to an Astro Cycle? I just had like 19, 20-year-old kids going, peptides? Peptide? What peptide?
mate.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you asking about this? Like, talking about testosterone and tren. I don't want to talk about peptides.
And people asking what peptide should I take to grow muscle? None. Like none. No peptide.
Eat food, mate.
Yeah. No peptide. It's not that, again, there's no cutting peptides and bulking peptides. Fucking clear lack of understanding for everybody. Like, the steroids do what steroids do. Some are more favored to one or the other, but they all still work. With peptides, yes, they
sure
will all
about that, G? You sure about that?
Listen, the peptides will all make your body healthier. So it will put it in a better place to build muscle.
Yeah.
But none of them are increasing protein synthesis, from my understanding. None of them are doing anything like ipamorelin and the growth hormone ones. Just take fucking growth hormone. Like, just take, it is tried and tested. Someone sent me a study. Some peptide, the growth hormone that you produce is more inclined to burn brown fat in the stomach. Motherfucker, just diet. Stop looking for a diet that might trim the body fat.
Motherfucker, take melatonin.
Shut the fuck up. Do you know what I mean? Like, just fucking diet. Shut the fuck up. Like, it's wild.
I think a lot of people need to understand peptides and mitochondrial health and all this sort of stuff. The reason why us bodybuilders use it is because we're constantly using PDs, constantly causing inflammation, constantly jabbing, constantly doing it. All causes inflammatory response, yeah? And it all damages your mitochondria to an extent. Eating a cheat meal will do it. Eating too much sodium will do it. Training really hard will do it, yeah? Using drugs does it. Literally jabbing your skin, breaking barrier.
We're the extreme end. So, like, we're using like Retta as an example to manage blood glucose because we're banging GH and potentially eating a lot of food. Like, he uses Motsy because he's absolutely on his ass eating 4 grams of carbs a week. Like, we're using them at the extreme. Does that make sense? We don't go, my cycle is peptides. We go, my cycle is the standardized version of gear where I'm pushing the envelope in food, training, all this sort of stuff. And then we go, okay, I'm at this point now, where do I need to solutionize and add a peptide in to potentially help me keep growing? Whether that would be TB, BP, an injury, Retta, SLU to maintain body fat.
When you're eating 6 times a day, you are putting on 50 pounds every off season. Your body's under constant fucking stress. Then you diet it back down with Clen, T3, T4, DMP, whatever, yeah? People need to understand we're using it to optimize what we're already doing. And we're just trying to buffer the damage on our bodies.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us wouldn't. The best thing for mitochondria is just eat your fucking diet. Eat your fucking diet. Don't be a fat fuck.
And again, like I said on my IG videos, 1 to 1.5 meg of Retta is enough to see the fat loss benefits. Yeah. All you're doing in higher doses is bringing your appetite down, fucking your digestive system. There is no fucking need. What I am now very confident in, Retta definitely has a place for some people in improving insulin sensitivity and increasing fat loss. It does work. There's no doubt. There is no need. There's no need to be using it to stop to reduce your hunger, because from what I've seen with people, over time that effect goes away and you need to keep taking more. To get the hunger reduction effect, it comes by reducing gastric transit, and it causes everybody issues. Everybody. And the doses is so person dependent. I know some females that have taken 1 meg, which is well below the medical dose that everybody keeps touting about like idiots. I know a few high level coaches that are putting females on Retta that haven't even taken Retta themselves. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, if you are like, what the fuck? And I've spoken to females that physically can't eat their meals. Like, can't eat the meals, can't go to the toilet right, because they're taking 2.5 meg. And I'm like, I started 750 micrograms. Why are you starting? Oh, well, my coach says the medical dose is 2, so we started at 2 and went up.
some
You're not fucking
people
medically needed.
people are fucking stupid, yeah. So I'm saying the medical dosage for Diazide is actually 2 tablets. You thick fucking pricks, yeah. And you take a Diazide every day when you've got a kidney infection or
Yeah,
kidney
fucking idiots.
dialysis, you thick fucks. On top of that, I was going to say, someone commented on the video a while back, yeah, oh, but Rata work studies show that it works in diabetes. Yes, it works in studies in people who are fat. You've not done studies on bodybuilders who are people who are already in shape. Do the studies on them because they'd be very fucking different, yeah?
But also,
And
like,
people
look at
are
us. Like,
talking waffle, man.
when everyone was talking about it, and certain people were just blowing out saying it's the best thing since sliced bread. Like, I think people could learn a lot from us and adopt like how skeptical we are of these things. Like, none of us bought into it straight away. We all called bullshit on all of it. We then ran it, we tried it, and we came to a general consensus like it's okay. Like, it doesn't do anything mental. It's just okay. We've seen minor improvements. They probably don't weigh off the cost if you have to pay full price for it, which we do not. Like, realistically, with all these new compounds, all these new trends, just be skeptical with it. Question, understand it, try it at a lower dose, find people who have good anecdotal evidence. Don't just buy into the nonsense of spastic £160.
I keep having
influence.
debates with them, like, but why are you taking it? Why are you taking that dose? Like I say, initially when we started discussing it, I was like, I'm not using that shit. Fuck my stomach. Then I decided, well, I need to know about it and how it works before I discuss any people using it. So the medical dose is 2 mg. I went in at 750 micrograms. I haven't gone higher than 1.5 micrograms, and I came straight back down because it was reducing my body weight. Like, and I got bloods done. I can exactly see on my bloods what it did. Now I know how little you need to get the effects that we want and miss out the effects we don't want. And that's what everybody should be doing.
Yeah.
Because the dose that I need will be different to Deck and raising you. And like, if you're going to experiment with these experimental drugs, then experiment. Don't just follow someone else's fucking advice, because that's not an experiment. And the chances are they haven't experimented.
But to answer the question for the lad who asked a question about his TRT and all the peptides, yeah, bro, what I would do is, if you are going to get your bloods done, I would see what your bloods come back at. I would remove the peptides for a short while because you've been on for a while. If you want to use something natural to bridge the gap, you can use something like PQQ, uric A, NMN. You can use, that's if you want to and your budget allows. If not, just come off the peps, use the GH, get
Here's
bloods
an
done
idea.
again, reassess.
And 50 milligram of testosterone and thank me later.
Yeah.
Yeah, add an extra, add an extra milk.
It's a good point by Riz, is that, and I've said this over and over, we do not know if there are any long-term side effects from a lot of these peptides. Yep. We just don't, right? You just do not know. So it makes sense to have a break from them. And it makes an awful lot of sense, like Riz says, to then take natural supplements that do the same thing, without a shadow of a doubt.
The thing is, Hilly, we have had immense feedback on the longevity ranger that we've dropped, yeah? And when I first did it, I thought, are people going to get it? Because everybody wants a jab. Yeah. But the feedback's been mad. People are like, yo, bro, I can see a massive difference, like cognition-wise, this and that. It goes, I don't feel any different to when I will stop taking the Motsy. I'm not, bro, I feel mega. I'm not taking Motsy now. I'm not touched Motsy for a while now. I think it's been about 3 weeks. I've been using 1,000 mg of NMN, and I'm on the fucking money every day. Dan Bassett's been doing 1.5 grams, and he feels the same. I did 2 grams one day, and I felt pretty. There's a difference between being charged and being focused.
Wired.
Yeah.
And on NMN, I feel absolutely mega with the uric A because they're still hitting them pathways. But right, next question. Push pull legs, rest upper lower. How many exercises per muscle group? How many exercises per muscle group in upper? Been training 2 years.
It's so hard to answer these questions. Like, how good your body? How good your lower body? Like, where do you need to prioritize volume? Like, no, if you send us some pictures in for the next one with your physique, and then we'll tell you. But ultimately, like, it's so person dependent.
In general, if I was setting it up for a person that had no weak areas, and you were just leveling it across the board, I would have 1 shoulder, 1 chest, 2 back, it's a bigger muscle group, 1 tricep, maybe 1 bicep, maybe 2 tricep, and the biceps
for upper, yeah?
Yeah.
For upper, I would do 2 back movements, 1 this way, 1 that way. Yeah. I would do a chest press, a chest fly, and a dip.
That's what I would do. I would do 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. So I would do two shoulders, 2 chest, 2 back, 1 tricep, 1 bicep. So
And then what
Yeah.
Deck was meaning there was, so when Riz was doing push-pull legs up and lower, and he'd done it with Cuba, we tweaked things a little bit. Because he's more focused on his top line, particularly the chest, we had chest work first, then delt work. Then we need more focus on his lats, not his upper back thickness. He's got a super upper back. So then you'd have more lat-focused work, probably more rowing. There's less need to do this, arguably, like this upper back, more need to do that. So we'd have 2 lat. For me, when you do push-pull legs, rest, upper, lower, unless you're someone with a really lagging body part, push-pull leg should be very equal, normal volume.
Yes.
And then your upper and your lower should be a little bit more specific of where you need it.
I think that's kind of how it originated, wasn't it? It's like the upper and lower are kind of the extra volume. Like it's even,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
this is the extra volume.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my current split right now is push pull legs. They're all normal sessions, pretty much. And then what I'm doing is on Thursdays off. On Friday, I'm going in and doing chest and arms. And one thing I've had to understand is on paper, writing down a plan. If a plan looks too long on paper, it's way too long in person. Yeah.
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 15 sets is about right, I think, for big body parts, especially legs.
15 working
15
set.
15 working sets, yeah. So adding all the pyramids up, add this and that, you're looking at
Yeah.
about 25 sets. And the reason why I put hamstrings by itself was thought, do you know what? I always go in to do hamstring and a little bit of quad. My quad ends up being shit anyway. I'll just do hamstring. That is a sole focus. And guess what? My hamstrings are fucking killed, yeah? So I'm going to just stick to that.
And at the moment, looking at your physique, the hamstring glute area is the only area that you really need to come up to match everything else now. So it makes sense.
I agree.
I don't find the hamstrings and glutes can take a batter. I think if you try to run equal volume compared to quad, this is just in my opinion.
You
I
can't.
feel
You're
like
right
they
there.
just can't deal with the volume. If I reckon I've got 3 good sets in the hamstring session for me. That's it. They're cooked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's not.
But
But my quads will take 7, 8, maybe
Yeah.
even 9. But hamstrings just 3 good ones. That'll be 3 separate movements here: seated, lying, and a glute hand raise or something along those lines. But like 3 big sets and they're fucking toast. Done.
Do you know what? It's the only movement that I don't like is the lying hamstring curl. It just hurts.
Honestly, but so many of the machines are shit. I'll take a picture when we got our gym because I don't even know what it is. But like, you don't lie flat. You lie like this, like a
Yes.
Superman angle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the pads are behind your knee. They're not at your ankle. So like, it's the shortest range of motion, but it's all hamstring. I'm the same as you, Riz. If I do a normal one, I get like a little bit of calf, a bit of shin. Like it's a really awkward movement.
Yeah. It's a swing.
I've always done them with a dumbbell. I do a dumbbell off the floor and it will light them up. If you change to a dumbbell, I guarantee you'll destroy them.
There's what's that brand that came around the UK, the black kit, about a year or 2 ago? It's all
Granite.
black. It's all made in the UK.
Granite?
Is it Granite?
One
What's
of
that really? No, it's a
Jim
really
Lecco?
bait brand, man. It's not even like a premium brand. I thought this, but they've got, you know about the gym that we trained at with the magic mirrors in my area.
Yeah.
They've got the pull down.
Yeah.
We did
Primal.
it together.
Primal.
Primal have got a hamstring curl, yeah?
Yeah.
A laying one. Oh my days. Your arse is like in the air and your back's up. And like the angle is just fucking mega.
Ultraflex has got a Nautilus one, a new Nautilus one, and it's outrageous. And their Nautilus extension is outrageous. And it's because the setups of the pads and the seats and the labor are just, they're all angled.
Yeah. I do think it's a suboptimal movement. I just think in general, it's just to generalize that, I think a line hamstring curl is just not an optimal movement for hamstrings. I think it's far superior.
Or one-legged.
Yeah.
I think standing one-legged and seated is absolute godly.
We got
a really good duck squat.
ham tractor. Do you know what that is? Oh mate, it's fucking wild. Like you're sat kind of like led down, and you have 2 big bars on your side. You have to push it down, which then takes the weight off. You lock your legs in, and then you kind of contract. Wild.
Oh, what JP's got where you push your leg back?
No.
Yeah.
You swing your leg back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, JP's kit, Hilly. That JP's made that.
No, so this is an old flex piece.
Oh.
It's called the Flex Fitness Ham Tractor. Sick.
digestion routines that help and assist with the regular movements, taboo subject, fiber supplementation. That's my one thing.
Walking your goodness, fiber, sauerkraut, kimchi, all sorts.
Glutamine, for me, as a base standard, I will give to clients, new clients, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 10, 15 grams of glutamine in 300 to 500 ml of warm water in general. That tends to, for me, put most people's digestive systems in a good place. If then you're dieting or you're having slow bowel movements, adding a soluble-based fiber powder, such as Benefiber, can be a great addition. But glutamine is by far the most important one for digestive health for me. Needs to be taken on wake on an empty stomach, at least 10 or 15 grams, keeping steps up, keep eating foods that digest well, and sauerkraut, they're my go-to big fans.
I just think
Another
we're
very,
moving
very-
into an era now where people don't understand what bad digestion is. I think we're just coming to this world, this really weird time where like being a bit overfull, having a little bit of distension is defined as bad digestion. And I think the problem is they're looking for the treasure at the end of the rainbow. They're never going to find it. Like people like you boys who have legitimate digestive issues know how painful that shit is. It's not just a case of, oh,
No,
my
bro,
tummy's full.
bro, do you know what it is? And I openly admit that on here, and I've said before, I think a lot of what I've got is just from my head.
Yeah.
And letting things swing my
Did you
head.
see, did any of you read Basic's comment on our last video? I completely agree with what he said.
No, I completely agree. Agree.
Yeah.
But I've been saying to Hilly already, once we finish this this cutting phase, I've obviously done a base plan on my sheet that I'm going to send to him. And I've tried to incorporate every single food, even if it's 10 grams of oats. Because I think the issue with me and Hilly is, and Hilly probably will admit this, me and Hilly were adding 10 grams of oats into cream rice. We'll add a whole bowl in. And then we'll complain that the stomach's hurting. I've added in casein for the last week. I've added in 20 grams into my whey isolate every night. Guess what? No stomach aches. I've been adding in small amounts of these things because, in my opinion, where my biggest flaw is, I can't eat oats. Yeah, I'm trying to bang 150 grams.
Yeah.
On a high day when I'm already fucked. But there are some things you can't eat. Like, I can't eat peppers. I've tried again because I really enjoy them. They blow my stomach up.
And the other thing is, just for different people, there are some foods that you can eat and feel fine, and some just bloat you a little bit, and some bloat you a lot. So even though most people live most of the days bloated because they're eating stuff that just bloats them, it's just not the perfect environment for what we're trying to do. That's not saying that you've got a major medical issue. You're just eating stuff that's harder for you to digest. But if you are trying to get the best digestion to make the most amount of progress and get the most food in, then you want to be picking things that don't aggravate your digestive issue. There is a big difference between some things upset your digestion and cause you some bloat or gas, and like me ending up in fucking A&E getting fucking injections to make me shit and fucking be sick because my body doesn't process stuff. Like there's huge difference. Some people are generally allergic to foods, and like some people are generally fucking, celiac and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And then there's just some things don't agree with you. Like Riz says, I could probably put 10 or 20 grams of oats in some cream of rice and be all right. But what would be the fucking point in it, in my opinion? I'll just eat the cream of rice. I don't need 20 grams of oats. The only reason...
but you get my point there. If we're going to slowly introduce shit...
Yeah. The only reason I want the oats in is because I enjoy a bowl of oats. Like, they used to be one of my favourite foods. If I can't enjoy the bowl of oats, I'll just eat the fucking cream of rice.
That's what I'm in that mindset right now of the next push-up. Like I've been telling you, I will document it on separate... Other than just the podcast, I'll document it separately. Where we slowly implement adding in new foods and foods that I genuinely have left out, because I think at the end of the day, variety is king.
Yeah.
And variety is going to allow the biggest source of micronutrients, macronutrients, dense, what's it called? Micronutrient dense food. And the more micronutrients that we get, we should technically allow a better physique.
Yes.
That's just my common sense thinking, right? All the air fresheners and the key rings available to buy, mate. Bro, we don't put them on the website because I see a lot of other brands do that, and I feel like I'm a little bit bad for selling your marketing materials. We just give you them for free. I don't like to make money from everything. I'm not a greedy fucker. That's because we do the turbo stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not that greedy, mate. If you want them, guys, just put it in your comment in the order and Dean will send you them. Current go-to UGL brands for HGH, Peps, and Gear.
Obviously, one by one amino for GH at the moment, and Delta for all peptides and so on. Gear, I'm still running MedTech, bit of Crown, and a bit of Quantum.
I've just switched over to using Quantum Test E, and it is not giving me any discomfort doing it sub-Q like this MedTech Test E was. I was using MedTech Test E, Test C, fine on bloods. I am still an advocate of MedTech, ROM, and I'm using some Quantum, like I say, and Raw if available. Those would be the 4 labs that I personally would stick to. The 191 for growth and Delta growth. Peptides, Proforma, always, because they individually test all of the batches as far as I'm aware. And was there anything else to ask?
I'm still using MedTech. I'm strictly MedTech because I had enough to run me for the next 2 years because I made sure that I was stocked up when there was the drought. I didn't give a fuck about anyone else. MedTech, I'm sound. I've got a little bit of Delta Test E to jump onto once the MedTech Test E runs out because we'll soon. GH 191 and Baltic, and all of my peptides are from Thoroughbred Labs, guys. As you know, I'm sponsored by them, so I use them and I really trust their stuff. All HPLC tested. And if you check on Engineered TikTok, yeah, I was the first to HPLC test anything in the UK when it comes to aminos. Check
True.
the deck.
That's fact.
And they're dated. Favorite brand and equipment for each body part. Let's just pick 5 pieces of kit for 5. So we've got chest, tricep, back, bicep, quad, ham. No, let's just pick your 3 favorite pieces of kit.
I'll go flex, hoist, Cybex.
No, as in piece of kit deck.
Yeah, but we'll just be here all day. So, like, we'll literally be here all day.
Pick 3 of your favorite pieces.
I will go for the hoist, incline, fly, and press because they're fucking mental. You're the ones that rock back. And you got on your gym, you got the fly.
Yeah, I like it.
And the incline press is wild. The way it rocks you back, you get such a good traction.
I like that as well.
And then my favorite.
We both like that. We both got shit chests.
Yeah, exactly. I really like the I like the hip press. Or no, I'm gonna go OG Cybex leg press. OG Cybex leg press. Love that thing.
Cybex leg press. Pivot press.
No, the actual leg press with like the horrible
The Dorian one.
Yeah. Love that piece of kit. But then Cybex pivot press is special. Mark,
I don't pay that much. I don't pay that much attention to kits. So no point fucking me. I'm not a kit fucking person, am I?
I'm trying to think of a piece that I really like. I used to do like the Cybex Smith machine.
My new gym have got a lot of the non-handled chest pieces. You know, the big pads that got their arms. They make such a difference. You know, the fly machines where they got big pads that just rest.
Them.
You can't use your hand. Yeah, they got incline, a flat one. They make such a difference.
I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that Jim Leco hip pressing Ultraflex. I'm a big fan of the hoist pull down.
Yeah.
And I am a big fan of that Nautilus hamstring curl and extension Ultraflex. Yeah. Huge. They're just those my leg sessions could literally happily be that extension, that lean hamstring curl, and that hip press, and I would do double and single, and my legs would be absolutely annihilated with no lower back pain and no knee pain. I'd be very happy, man, with just those 4 bits of kit. I
really like the Jim Leco hack squat.
That Jim Leco chest or radio post as well is nice.
That exact one with the handles at the bottom.
Yeah.
I actually think right now, my favorite brand at the moment probably is the Jim Leco stuff. I don't know if I'm sure. It just suits me.
I think in the past 18 months, they've just done a full 360 because every piece they just dropped is awesome.
Bro, the connection on that T-bar thing that I used yesterday, absolutely fucking mega, yeah? The Jim Leco leg
How many
press,
plates you got?
said that's really good. I did 3 plates. I've not used that one before.
Yeah.
I use that one.
idea.
Ultraflex only has one with the handles there. The one I used yesterday had handles there.
Yeah, and they're like
Was-
underneath you, so you actually pull through your back. You don't get any reared out.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference.
I really like the Rogers leg press, the single leg press.
Yeah.
You know what I'm on about, right?
Yeah.
Monster have got that squat machine. I said use that. I fucking love that. I was using it on Instagram. That's mega for me.
Yeah, that's why I put my
The
core on
Rogers one.
that.
Yeah. Look, I'm trying to put a piece of. There is a leg extension I'm using the past year. I think it's Nautilus, and it's plate loaded, but your feet at the front are on like a.
The two singular pads, your leg right back.
Yeah, but you're leaning like back.
Yeah, I got that in my
Yeah.
gym. It's wild.
So when you get your leg up, it's like you're
Yeah.
going past.
Yeah.
Your legs.
Ultraflex have got one of them, I'm sure.
Your legs are like this, like there.
Yeah.
I think that's an old flex piece, Riz, that is. You're on about.
That's fucking sick. There's actually a very underrated piece. Is the there's this little piece you get in gym. It's about that big, and you put a little 5 kilos on it. You just press your toes on it, and it trains the front of your leg, the front bit of your calf.
The little, yeah, but I got one. We've got these buildings like a
Do you know what I'm about?
Yeah, they pump your legs out. Like,
It's the opposite of your calf.
Yeah.
Trains your tibialis anterior, I believe it is.
mate, you get a couple
Yeah.
of failures, that's bad. You're walking like you've been raped for a day.
I do like the Nautilus glute drive recently. Now that I've been getting used to doing that. Cuba gave me a lot of tips on using that fucker. It was very painful before. It used to really hurt me when I did it.
Another question is before we call it a day.
Eat and walk the dog.
I was gonna Riz, to expand on the new high volume style training. I'll let Hilly just talk about that.
All Riz is doing is simply more work and volume, which we've discussed loads on the podcast. And as we were saying earlier, and people have heard me say over and over again, the science is, there is a study done by Brad, what's his name? Brad Schofield? Schofield, right? He did like a scientific review where he looked at like 100 studies or something. And the conclusion was, I think it was 8 or 9 sets is your minimum effective volume for hypertrophy per body part. 18 sets per week was significantly better than 8. So that will create more hypertrophy. No debate. 28 or whatever the number was still better, but it wasn't significantly better. So basically, you know that you need to be between 8 and 28 and as much as your body can, right? As much as your body can recover from. If you are assisted, if you take drugs, your body can recover from more volume. So you should really be doing more volume. Yes, some people can get away with less or some people prefer less. But most top bodybuilders in the world we've ever watched did high volume, right? So there is endless amounts of scientific study that shows more volume works. There are the best bodybuilders in the world, countless of them, that have proven more volume works. So this argument that low volume, high volume, we know in general more builds more muscle. Now, there are loads of caveats to that, in like individual recovery, what you enjoy doing, yada, yada, yada. But Riz has done medium volume with me before, my 4s approaches and whatnot, but he's never done more high in volume or high in working volume, shall we say. And he's not super high now, he's just doing more volume. But Riz is also the most locked in he's ever been. His body's in a better place. I'm a big believer it's the change in training that makes a difference and allows your body to respond. I am not a fan of hitting the same nail with the same hammer over and over and over again. However, that not me saying it doesn't work. Jordan Peters, Dante Trudell, they all show that it does work. But even Dante and Dogcrap, he moves to slightly more volume. Dorian Yates, the one work set, God. If you watch him train, Joe Bollinger, go and watch Joe Bollinger's YouTube video, right? He went to Marbella a couple of years ago. Dorian Yates put him through a workout, right? 3 sets on extensions, if I remember rightly. The second set was harder than most people's work sets. And then he did another set with partials. That's fucking higher volume. But Dorian just counted the work set. Dante Trudell is countlessly times set he does feeder sets. Some of them may be a hard, difficult too. There is other, he approaches things differently, but he only counts that work set. When Dante is trying to bring up a lagging body part, he comes up with all these funky ways, shrugs, hold it at the second for 2, hold it at the top for 2, the bottom for 2, do more of this. He's still doing more volume. And the point is, one is not better than the other. It all works, like we say over and over again. It's about stimulating the muscle in ways that it hasn't become adapted to. Creating a novel stimulus is what drives progress. And you will hear Dorian say, well, not Dorian, Dante say, Jordan said, multiple people, and that novel stimulus can be stimulative to progressive overload, but it becomes harder to do it, and you increase the risk of injury. Riz.
I think I obviously have my rough plan here written out. Obviously, Hilly's going to get it on Friday and change it all. Well, just adapt it because there's no need to change it all because it's working. My Monday is 22 sets. Tuesday is 21 sets. Wednesday is 15 sets.
And
yeah?
is that including your feeder sets? Yeah.
No.
So
That's not
how you're doing 21 exercises?
Not all to failure though. Deck,
No, so
remember.
no, so example. Fucking
What
camera, man.
stupid time to lose his camera? There he is.
So my push on Monday, shoulder press 3 sets, pec fly 3 sets, chest Smith decline 3 sets, chest press normal 3 sets, pec fly 3 sets, side raise 2, then it's heavy tricep 2, skull crusher 2.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you actually look at it from that standpoint, there's not a lot of stuff in that's going to cause me high level fatigue. I've done my shoulder press there.
You're just doing a lot more volume within the set.
Yeah, and I'm pyramiding up, so I'm going 12, 10, 8. But sometimes I might do 12, and I'm like, you know what? That weight was actually decent.
Yeah,
I'll just do 10 on it.
Yeah.
And I might fuck it. I feel actually, I might do second set, but like, you know what? I just got 12 again. Let me add another 10 kilo, and I might get 8.
I find that a lot.
And I'll just
like when you get the weight right, it's 12, 10, 8 is doable on the same weight. You know what I mean?
Do you know what one of the biggest problems is with people understanding this, right? Because they don't understand training, they can't auto-regulate themselves. So low volume with one failure set is easier for people to understand and regulate, right? And I'll give you an example. All of my training is 3 work sets. And it's either 8, 8 and 8 pyramid and up, or it's 12, 10 or 8. But it'll change depending on how the weight feels. Exactly like Riz said. So I might do 8 as a warm-up, 8 as a warm-up, and 8 as a warm-up. I might do 3 warm-ups if it's my very first set for that muscle. And then I'll do a reasonably hard set. And I know what a reasonably hard set, but I can't put a number on it. Might be 70% of your 1 rep max, but I don't know because I don't work that shit out. And I make sure that the last set is to failure. But when you try and give that to people, they're like, well, how hard should the 12 be?
Yeah.
They need, because they don't know what hard, the difference between hard, very hard, and failure is. So, for example, I did extensions. I did 100 kilo for my first 10. And it was pretty difficult, but I probably could have got 16. Then I did 110, got 8 again. Probably could have got 12 or 13. Then I did 100, 110. And because it wasn't that close to failure and I want to fail at 8, I went from 110 to 130, failed at 7. So I auto-regulate based on how it feels because I know how hard I'm trying to be. And I do want to pre-fatigue a little bit in them sets. That's why I'm doing it. Because if I did 8 with 50 kilo, 6 with 70 kilo, I did a feeder touch set of just 2 with 100, I could put the 150 stack on and blast out loads of reps. But that 150 stack for me isn't creating the volume that I want. And it's putting stress on the muscle, on the joints more than I want. My knees hurt from doing it. And there's no more weight left on the fucking machine. So I'm fucking stuck.
Bro, the funny thing, Deck, was, and I was actually a little bit in my head thinking about it, yeah? And Michelle goes, Hilly, my top set now, if you want to call it that, yeah? I'm barely off what I was doing when I was doing work set, back off set.
Yeah.
So I'm doing 50% more volume to, in essence, hit the same.
Same shoulder.
So before, after doing a full session, and when I was doing Jim Lecco, what's it called, man? Pendulum, I'll do 70 kilo, yeah, as one of my last exercises. Today, I did 20 kilo failure, 40 kilo failure, 60 kilo failure. And guess what, bro? The 60 kilo was not far from my 70 kilo max.
Yeah.
If not, I got more rep range out of all of them weights than I would have combined, which makes more total load,
Yeah.
more total volume, which then equates to more total progress, isn't it?
It creates another stimulus, doesn't it? It's not what you normally do.
Yeah, and my
Yeah.
legs, I said, Hilly, picture my legs. I thought, what the fuck? When my legs are gone vascular. We will see in it. Like, I don't think it's the only way. I think sometimes Asian man got to train like Asian man and just train a certain way to get a certain look. And I've said it before, like with Kieran, when I was with Kieran, I went, bro, you train like a black guy. You just don't train, don't suit you. Bro, it's true, like, bro. Certain people, some black guys just have to train pumpy, and guess what? They look sick.
Yeah.
Andrew Jack, have you
And
seen Andrew Jack train? Andrew Jack's doing all the fucking volume.
Yeah,
All
mental.
the drop cells, time and attention. Why not let then people go, well, it's genetics? Just because his genetics are outlandish doesn't mean that his muscle isn't being stimulated right. It just means that he gets more response from his stimulation.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it's like me saying, oh, I want to be a Formula One driver, but I'm not going to copy a Formula One driver and do what they do. I'm going to do what a motorbike driver does. Well, why would I fucking do that? Like a motorbike racer, like it makes no fucking sense.
I think as you get older as well, and you obviously, I spent the last year working on accuracy and form, yeah? And now going back to volume with really high accuracy.
You missed range of motion there as well, Wiz.
Yeah, full range now, mate.
Listen, my range of motion is so mad, bro. Bro, but what I'm saying is when you work, I think frequency should always come first. You do the frequency like JP says, you learn to drive that car. You learn to drive that car every fucking day. The more you drive the car, the better driver you become.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Once you've mastered the driving, you then say, right, I'm going to get a faster car, and now I'm going to drive a bit faster. What I'm saying is I think you need to once execution is right, then you can add the volume.
Yeah.
Because your volume is pointless if you cannot execute.
And get strong first as well. We
Yeah.
like, low volume, get strong, get a base volume. There's a clip somewhere of Nathan D'Asher. He was either talking to Phil Heath or training with Phil Heath. And Phil Heath had said to him, why on fucking earth are you putting 6 or 7 plates on with that? Like, just do more sets with 4. He said, I'll do more sets with 5 aside on the squats. Like, why are you going 6 and 7 plates and risking snapping your knees, snapping your back, broad everything out, when you can just, like, you're just trying to accumulate stress on the muscle.
Yeah.
So you can maximally stress it with a 7 plate aside squat if you're Nathan D'Asher. Or you can do 3 sets with 5 plates aside. And you're not risking the fucking injury. You're getting more stimulus, and you're stimulating different types of fucking hypertrophy. There is not just one mechanism of hypertrophy. There are several. One thing you've got to credit Milos, and you've got to give some of Patrick to as well, is that sarcoplasmic, or however you pronounce it,
Yeah.
cellular hypertrophy is a thing. It's been scientifically proven. Milos has already proven over and over again. And what that is the more work a muscle does, the more its increased ability to store glycogen, giving the muscle a rounder look, and you will build muscle that way. Time under tension, like there's all of these things. All of the best coaches do this stuff. John Meadows, fucking, yada yada yada. There's so many different ways to do it. For me, just doing the same thing over and over again, unless you're a specific person, doesn't make sense. But the key to all of this for me is enjoyment. If you hate doing more volume, don't do more volume. If you thrive off doing lower volume sets, then always do low volume, because being miserable in the gym.
If you have okay genetics, I don't think whichever one you choose, you look pretty decent. And I think that is the God's honest truth. I don't think my genetics are the best, not the worst. I do low volume, I looked okay. I'll do high volume, I look a bit better. That's just how my body responds. I'm not doing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Whatever I do, I look okay.
But
whatever Andrew Jack does, he looks.
That's why
He looks immense.
Everything.
And like, look,
everything.
You looked absolutely wild last year doing Kuba's approach.
Yeah,
Fucking wild.
yeah.
It is the best you have ever looked. And as I was saying earlier, you're always going to look better this year because you've just got more time in the gym, more time on drugs, more time training hard. You spent time with Cuba getting better. You spent time with me getting better. You spent time with Nathan getting better. Time with Martin getting better. Like every year we're better. People will look at those pictures of Riz and be like, "Oh my God, it's the volume doing it all."
Yeah.
No, Riz would still look better this year than he did last year if he was doing the same training because he's had more time in the gym. But what the unique thing that's happening is he's now doing more volume in the gym, so his body is storing more glycogen than it hasn't done before. His scale
At a
weight
leaner
has,
state.
at a leaner state. His scale weight has not moved, but we've been bringing food down. We've been increasing output, so he is dropping fat, but his weight is holding because his body is adapting to store more glycogen to deal with the increased workload in the gym. It is what your body is designed to do, to deal with stress. And all you lazy motherfuckers putting the least amount of stress on your body means it will do the least amount of work and store the least amount of tissue.
I do have to admit, though, recently I have been feeling a little bit tired. Do you know what? I've learned to just welcome it. When I was younger, you thought it was sort of cool to have DOMs. And I'm cool with that right now because I look good. I'm not going to overthink it. Tomorrow's rest day. I just carry on training. I think too much thinking, it fucks man's heads up. It's okay to feel tired. You should feel tired after training for 3 days. You should.
Yeah.
Don't overthink. Just fucking get high.
Just train. Don't overthink. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Leave us some questions in the comments, please.
Yeah. Let's eat.